So after we had hired the guy to come in and do the removal of all the underbrush, we were left with a huge mess. Not his fault. It is all the underbrush that got chewed up by his machine. And so we were looking to buy a tractor, and we looked at John Deere, and I don't even know what all brands he was looking at. But we even looked used, and I don't know if you guys have seen the prices of tractors, but oh my goodness, they are so expensive. Even used tractors, it's like buying a brand new tractor. In fact, they're more expensive than what we paid for my vehicle. And I'm like, ouch. Ooh. Maybe not all of them. Some of the used ones are older, but they're still not far off. So we ended up renting this tractor. I believe it's a Yanmar. I will have all the information of what it was down below. I'm not really knowledgeable on tractors. My husband knows way more than I do. But anyways, so Philip was going through and he was dragging the ground and also trying to fill some dips that were out throughout the backyard. The guy who removed all of the underbrush said it was really rough. It was up and down, up and down, up and down. I kind of thought of maybe riding a bull. Now, I've never ridden a bull, but I've seen people ride a bull. So, the up and down of the bull bucking. So maybe something like that. I felt so awful. I bet he felt like he was beat up by the end of it. 4 hours of up and down, up and down. So I don't know. But Philip was going through trying to smooth some of that out, trying to take down the bigger humps, as well as pulling the debris out of the way and putting it into a burn pile. And so we ended up with a couple of burn piles. And this was over a 3-day span. And it was much cheaper to rent this tractor than it was to go out and buy one. Although, if we had bought a tractor, we could use it for years. Renting, you only get for a certain number of days. So, you just kind of have to weigh your options. We do plan on getting a tractor at some point. Right now is definitely not the time. Well, we'll see. We'll keep looking and see what we decide. But they're very expensive, so it'll have to be like a really good deal. But yeah, so he's just picking up a bunch of debris and adding it to the burn pile. I was the person managing the burn pile, and we followed all the safety protocols. We had water. I had tools to push stuff so I wouldn't get burned. And so we did all of this. It was quite interesting to see. He worked so hard for those 3 days, and we're talking 8 to 10 hour days on this tractor. And the final day, we had our first rain here in South Carolina, which was beautiful. I enjoyed it so much. I spent some time sitting out on the front porch and listening to the rain, and the smell of the rain is different from where we're from. It's quite interesting how things differ, and you just don't know until you experience it. So I feel like South Carolina and Georgia smell sweet. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if it is the sweet gum trees or if it comes from their pines that are different, from the pines in Colorado and the juniper in New Mexico. They have juniper here as well, but I don't know, it just smells different, and it smelled different when it rained. So both in New Mexico and Colorado, the rain smells the same, and it smells really good when it rains. But here, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of sweet. So I really enjoy when it rains. As long as it's not splashing onto the front porch, I can sit out there and just enjoy it. And actually, on that final day, the last day that we had the tractor, when it started to rain, I just stood in it for a little bit, wow, this feels so good, because it was so hot. And I don't even remember what the temperature was, but we had 2 different fires throughout those 3 days. And so it was hot by the fires, and that's where I was. So to have the rain come down, it felt so cool and so nice. But anyways, I'm gonna let you just watch the rest of this video. I hope you enjoy it. Nothing, extravagant happened. There was no huge change. He just chipped away at it the best that he could. It would have been much better with like one of those big old cats, like a cat tractor, one of those big beefy ones. But they're like $250,000, so, or something like that. I don't know. I might be over exaggerating, but I don't think I am. So, you know, I don't know how much they would be to rent or if you even could rent them, but that would be the tractor to get all of this dirt moved. But he did very good. And I hope you enjoy and thank you for watching.